Goalkeepers, welcome back to a new edition of the Goalkeeper Show with Christian.
Paul. I nearly forgot that.
Thanks for coming. We wanted to do a quick introduction of the new finger protection ranges from what we think are the top two companies. What are your favorites?
Reusch for me, the Ortho-Tec system of old. We've featured this before. Fantastic system. And then you're going to talk about the new Uhlsport system, which has changed from the Bionic to the Flex range.
Yeah, so in our estimation, the best got better. There is no comparison in finger protection in goalkeeper gloves. Uhlsport and Reusch are the best. I mean, here are some of the other options that goalkeepers get in their goalkeeper gloves, and they're okay. The reality is finger protection is in different price point gloves. I mean, this is a very inexpensive finger protection system. Actually offers a lot of protection, almost too much, because it doesn't snap, which means your fingers snap if these don't. So again, we picked the Reusch and Uhlsport range because they are designed for goalkeepers and they are backed up by science. It's not just based on a price point and throwing something in there. Why do you like the Reusch Ortho-Tec system?
Well, I love the old system. This is the old spine. It's the dual density stay that goes in the back of the fingers. It's, again, very rigid when you hyperextend the finger, but it's very flexible going forward, which, again, for a goalkeeper, when you're looking for protection, you don't want to lose that flexibility, but you also don't want your fingers bending back. So this was a really, really popular item and patented so nobody else could use it. This year for 2020 in the new Attrakt range, Reusch have gone ahead and they've introduced a brand new Ortho-Tec spine. So I'm going to use the little tool here to get the spine out the glove, as you should. This is what the new spine looks like. Again, dual density, so you've got 2 or 3 different moving parts here that stop the spine from bending back and hyperextending the finger. These little orange segments here, they allow the blue segments to flex, but then when the spine is bent backwards, the orange segments block the blue segments from going any further, so you get this rigid spine. And again, it's...
So you get the blue and the orange. So the blue does what and the orange does what again?
Did I say the same thing as that?
No, it was a joke. We were just playing.
All right, we're back. All right, we're talking about the orange and blue segments in the spines again. So as the spine bends forward, you can see there's little gaps appearing. Well, we're going to get close-ups on this, trust me. There's little gaps appearing where we can flex. When we bend the spine back, as though the fingers were getting bent back on a hard shot, the blue segments hit the orange segments and it becomes very rigid. Again, trust me on this. This is going to stop your finger from bending backwards too far, or hopefully prevent it.
So when you were playing, when you'd be like flapping the ball, you needed to have a little bit more rigidity.
Chocolate wrists is what they call it in England, yes. So this, again, very, very sturdy spine. It's patented. Nobody else can use this technology. It's a lot more lightweight than the old spine. You've stolen it. Where is it? A lot more lightweight, lower profile as well. You can see here, there's not as thick, not as long. Very, very flexible. So I think Reusch have done a good job with reinventing the Ortho-Tec spine here. Again, we haven't tested this glove too much. Neither of us are huge finger protection users when it comes to goalkeeping. We have tested the glove. We like how flexible it is. I'd be interested to see over a season, how does this stand up to the old spine?
So you know who does use the Ortho-Tec system?
I do know.
Who?
Szczesny. Plays for Juventus.
Szczesny does.
Yes, Wojciech Szczesny.
Again, everybody thinks finger protection, you have chocolate wrists or spaghetti fingers, and that's why, no, it's if you face hard shots, if you are recovering from an injury, or maybe you play another sport and you need just to protect it, the Ortho-Tec system is a great system for that. Another update, and again, this is not a glove review, but just an update on the newer Attrakt range, is that it has this elasticated pouch here where you can slide it in and out. And it's available on all the fingers as well as the thumb. The thumb is the hardest to protect, so you can see we didn't put it in here, and this is the pointer finger. You use the tool to put it in, you slide it in. It actually comes out easier than the old model. And the old model was great, so you just put it in, you slide it up, make sure Royce is facing the right direction, and here we are. Now we're in, you pinch it at the top. Which is important also, is that they're anchored at the top so they don't slide down. Yes, Reusch and Uhlsport are premiums, but again, you pay for it because of a newly designed, engineered, and tested. Tested is important, right? I've spoken to Reusch about this, and they tested it to make sure that it can support the load of hard shots. Does it reduce finger-related injuries? And the answer was yes. It's not just some arbitrary, let me throw a plastic spine in there and let's have at it. They tested it, and it works. It is a little bit rigid when you put it on. It does loosen up over time, and again, it prevents you from going back beyond that 180 degrees, which is designed for. So I love the new range. The best got better because again, this was, really looked like your knuckles, and now they made it a little bit more streamlined to fit into the ergonomic nature of the glove.
This was the benchmark that everybody aspired to from a finger protection standpoint, and as Christian was demonstrating earlier about it's easier to get the spines in and out, I feel personally that Reusch has done a better job with the backhand this year. It's not as tight, especially getting the spines in and out, but this new pocket seems to give you a little bit more space, not extra room, just a little bit more space in the backhand so that the spines slide in and out a little bit more easily than last year.
The zipper last year was like,
it was a nightmare, especially for me with my big hams, I've just got to try and fiddle with that zip. Now it's easy in, easy out.
Better for his sausage fingers. The next thing is, for me, it was the Bionic, right? And now it's turned into the flex frame. So this is straight from Uhlsport. And what I like about the Uhlsport range, and available in the USA at Keeperstop.com, is the Uhlsport Supergrip flex frame carbon. Okay, so flex frame carbon is the important part. So this was the Bionic, and basically Uhlsport took calls from Mother Nature, and it resembled the natural curvature and the biomimicry, that's a word, look it up, of the human hand. So it bends and it flexes. And what I like about this system is it diffuses the impact of the shot over the whole entire system. You have each individual stay, but then you have a one-piece system in the back. So if you can see it even here, as the finger gets bent back, you can feel the tension on the other ones, which is exceptional. So the new, the flex frame, the carbon here, all right, it has a little bit more of a bend at the bottom, so at the base where you need it most, right? Because when you make a fist punching the ball, you need that full bend here. The fingers actually is more of a curl. So you can see Coach Paul here, it is in the natural shape of the catch, so he can curl forward with ease and still make a fist. And that fist is made by this area here, and I'm applying some pressure, and you can see it bend. So for me, I also think that this is an exceptional system because it treats a problem just differently, or it solves a problem differently, as opposed to one single stay and you're isolating that digit and the load on that one finger protection system. Now you're dispersing that impact over the entire flex frame. So as a non-finger protection guy, I still like both of these because I feel like that I am being protected. Yeah. I feel like that it's a part of my hand.
We should mention that's pretty unique as well. I think as far as we know, Uhlsport are the only one that have this dispersion system on the base of the finger spines.
It is also patented. Nobody else can use it. So this is again something you'll only find in Uhlsport gloves, which is again makes it pretty unique. So I'm able to flex if I'm making a deflection, say I got to tip it over the bar or something, so I'm able to flex with ease, which I appreciate as well, because that system again allows me to flex open, and I'm not struggling at my fingers open, and I'm able to actually make a fist also. So very important. Finger protection was designed to be a catching aid, and that's what we need finger protection to do. It is not necessarily just to protect against hyperextension and finger-related injuries. I mean, the reality is if our finger protection system is too rigid and it's not doing its job, in which we're just basically stone handing the ball, it hits off our palm, it hits on the ground. Forget about finger protection, we're going to need, face protection. Yep. So at the end of the day, whatever finger protection you do choose, whether it is a secondary manufactured glove, and there's a variety of all over the world available right now, you want to make sure that A, it meets your price point, which we've already covered in past videos, but it also fits your playing need. Are you playing up? Are you recovered from an injury? There's a variety of things. You just don't like taking hard shots from close range from people that can blast the ball. So for me, that's why these two are the best. They're the best because of the technology that goes into the glove. They're the best because of the overall quality of the glove. I mean, yes, you're well over $100, but you get what you pay for.
Yeah, I mean, through the whole construction of the glove, whether it be the finger spine or whether it be, the backhand materials, Reusch and Uhlsport do a really good job with, keeping it high quality and again, tested protection. You will find with other manufacturers, it's just a case of throwing a spine in the backhand of the glove and that's what you get for your price. I feel with Reusch and Uhlsport, they actually put some development and, process into the spines, into the backhand so that the spines fit comfortably. They use the correct materials here. We've got mesh throughout. You got, actual latex on the backhand, not just a cheap PVC. So, you do pay a premium for the glove, but you are getting a premium product. And when it comes to safety and injuries, sometimes it's not worth taking the extra risk and going, cheaping out and maybe going with something that isn't as well constructed as these two. But again, we're all, on a budget and we have to use what fits our needs. And for me, if money wasn't an option, I would certainly wear one of these two if I was a goalkeeper that wore finger protection.
Copays are copays. Your deductible for your insurance is that, it could save a lot of goalkeepers. When you do have this kind of technology and just other things, and again, not a review, but it's important to notice on all these gloves, I mean, you have flex zones in the back, so you have materials and textiles that lend itself well to the finger protection systems, whether it be the Ortho-Tec or the Bionic system. It's like you have a whole glove designed around the catching system, and that's what's important for me.
Yep.
So pick a goalkeeper glove that fits your budget first and foremost. From there, you figure out what you need, finger protection or not. And we're here to help you with any of your finger protection needs or questions. We're always going to, if you ask us about finger protection, my son or daughter needs finger protection, we're always going to put you towards an Uhlsport or a Reusch first because they are the best of the best. They are the leaders in technology. They are testing, they are patenting this type of finger protection. So, any final thoughts?
Yeah, again, if you have any questions on any of these finger protection products, whether it be Reusch or Uhlsport or any other manufacturer, we'll always give you our honest opinion and we can help you, whittle down the decision to what fits your budget, what fits your need. Again, with Reusch and Uhlsport, you get what you pay for. You do pay the premium, but you get the premium product. And it's why you and I both think, as non-finger protection goalkeepers, that this is the best technology you can get your hands on in terms of goalkeeping protection. So, any questions, certainly reach out. We're always happy to talk goalkeeping.
Yeah, we can speak intelligently, especially on these two that we're referencing, the Uhlsport Supergrip Flex Frame Carbon or the new Attrakt.
Yes, this one's a mouthful as well. This is one Attrakt G3 Fusion Ortho-Tec Goaliator. It also comes in the Evolution cut, which we have here.
So if you have any questions on the fit, the function, or what finger protection, I mean, basically what we're talking about here is the difference between Coke and Pepsi, 7-Up and Sprite. Not there's really a competition between 7-Up and Sprite.
You've made that one up there.
I was just going with different Canada Dry. Can we throw in there?
Oh, I don't know any other ginger ales.
All right. I'm in my 40s. I know ginger ale now. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Please subscribe to our social media accounts for more great goalkeeper education and reviews. We're here for you. We can't do this without you, so we need your comments.